All right, here we're trying to find the greatest common factor and factor that out. So greatest common factor here was 10 because every number ends in 0. And we also have an x in common. So 10x is your greatest common factor. Divide each term by 10x. Divide the first term by 10x, you'll get xy squared. Divide the second term by 10x, you'll get negative 3y. And then 50x divided by 10x is 5. You can check that by distributing. Here we're factoring by grouping. We already have 4 terms, so fill in your box and then find the greatest common factor of the top row. Greatest common factor of the top row is 5x. Greatest common factor of the bottom row is 3. And then divide each of them by 5x. 25x squared divided by 5x is 5x. You could also do 15x divided by 3, that's 5x. 10x divided by 5x is 2. 6 divided by 3 is 2. So we have 5x plus 3, 5x plus 2. Already have 4 terms. Fill in your box. Greatest common factor of the top row is x. Greatest common factor of the bottom row is 2. 7x squared divided by x is 7x. 14x divided by 2 is 7x. Negative 5x divided by x is negative 5. And then negative 10 divided by 2 is negative 5. List out your factors. X plus 2, 7x minus 5. You can check by distributing twice and then combining like terms. Alright, when a is 1, the factoring is a lot simpler. We're looking at numbers that have a product of 8, or another way to say it, those factors of 8 that add up to 9. So 1 times 8 is 8, 1 plus 8 is 9. That's the pair we want. You could also look at 2 times 4 is 8, 2 plus 4 is 6. So split the middle term into, you can just go right to your answer. X plus 1, x plus 8. Here we're looking for 2 numbers that multiply to get negative 24, that add to get positive 5. Factors of negative 24, the bigger number is positive. So negative 1 times 24 is negative 24. Negative 1 plus 24 is 23. And you can add them all up. The pair that adds up to 5 is negative 3 plus 8. So split the middle term, go right to your factoring. X minus 3x plus 8. Yeah, anytime a is 1, you can go right to it. Looking for 2 numbers that multiply to get negative 24, so that means different signs, and then the bigger one is negative. List out your factors of negative 24 where the bigger one is negative, and then find the pair that adds up to negative 2. 4 plus negative 6 is negative 2. So we'll have x plus 4x minus 6. Last one's positive here, so same signs, and the bigger one is negative, so they're both negative. Looking at factors of 33 that add up to negative 14. So the pair that works is negative 3 plus negative 11. That's negative 14. And so we'll have x minus 3x minus 11. We're looking at factors of 7 that add up to 10. The only way to get 7 when we multiply is 1 times 7. And so we don't have a pair that adds up to 10, so this is called prime. It is not factorable. A is not 1, so we can't do the shortcut. We'll do 2 times 3, A times C. 2 times 3 is 6. Looking for 2 numbers that multiply to get 6, that add to get 7. So 1 and 6 is the pair that works. If you tried 2 and 3, you'd see that they add up to 5. Ooh, that's wrong. It should say 2 plus 3 equals 5. Alright, split the middle term into 1x and 6x. Fill in your box. Greatest common factor of the top row is x. Greatest common factor of the bottom row is 3. Divide each term by x. 2x squared divided by x is 2x. 6x divided by 3 is 2x as well. 1x divided by x is 1. 3 divided by 3 is 1. So 2 factors, x plus 3, 2x plus 6. A times c, 2 times 10 gives us 20. Looking for two numbers that multiply to get 20, that add to get negative 9. So same signs, bigger one's negative, so they're both negative. List out your factors until you find a pair that adds up to negative 9. So that's negative 4, negative 5. Split the middle term and fill in your box. Greatest common factor of the top row is 2x. Greatest common factor of the bottom row is negative 5. Greatest common factor, divide by 2x squared divided by 2x is x. Negative 5x divided by negative 5 is positive x. Negative 4x divided by 2x is negative 2. 10 divided by negative 5 is negative 2. So we have 2x minus 5, x minus 2. A times c, 4 times 3 is 12. Looking for two numbers that multiply to get 12, that add up to get 8. 1 times 12 is 12, but it adds to 13. 2 times 6 is 12, and it adds to 8. So 2 and 6 is what we want. Split the middle term into 2x plus 6x. Fill in your box. Greatest common factor of the top row is 2x. Greatest common factor of the bottom row is 3. 4x squared divided by 2x is 2x. 6x divided by 3 is 2x as well. 2x divided by 2x is 1. 3 divided by 3 is 1. So 2 factors, 2x plus 3, 2x plus 1. A times c, 8 times 1 is 8. Looking for two numbers that multiply to get 8, that add to get 5. If you look at your factors of 8, none of them add up to 5. And so this is not factorable, it's called prime. Look for the greatest common factor first. Greatest common factor here is 5. So factor out the 5. Divide each term by 5, get 2x squared plus 9x plus 4. Now we're ready to do a times c. 2 times 4 is 8. Looking for two numbers that multiply to get 8, add to get 9. And so that'll be 1 and 8. Split the middle term to 1x plus 8x. Fill in your box. Greatest common factor of the top row is x. Greatest common factor of the bottom row is 4. Divide 2x squared divided by x is 2x. 8x divided by x is 2x as well. 8x divided by 4 is 2x. 1x divided by x is 1. 4 divided by 4 is 1. So we have 5 and then times x plus 4, 2x plus 1. Hope you've enjoyed this video. You can check out more on my website.